For whatever reason, he seems to think he has a better chance of winning next year with that route than trying to be more of a centrist in what is absolutely a purple state that Donald Trump won in 2024.
Welcome to The Debrief, where we talk with the Washington Examiner's top journalists about the headlines they're covering and where the story's going next. I'm Sarah Bedford, and I'm here with magazine editor David Mark. David, the midterms are still more than a year away, but one candidate who will be in cycle this next year is Senator Jon Ossoff from Georgia. As you pointed out to me this morning, he is doing the sort of resistance thing, being super vocally anti-Trump, even though he's up for re-election in a purple state. What do you think is the strategy behind that?
Yeah, Ossoff won one of the biggest upsets in the 2020 election cycle. He beat an incumbent Republican senator. He's facing re-election in 2026. He's really tried to balance his public persona being rather moderate. He's super careful about what he says. He doesn't give hallway interviews to reporters up in the Senate. But for whatever reason, he's come out, he's more closer to Bernie Sanders and AOC now than he is to a more centrist senator like Mark Kelly of Arizona. Maybe he's seen polling. For whatever reason, he seems to think he has a better chance of winning next year with that route than trying to be more of a centrist in what is absolutely a purple state that Donald Trump won in 2024.
Is this one of Republicans' best pickup opportunities here? Because you could make the argument that Jon Ossoff really got in because of a fluke, right?
Yeah.
In 2020, there was a runoff, and actually that might have been Warnoff. But nonetheless, 2020 was a really weird year electorally.
Yeah.
And so, do you think that this is one of the GOP's better pickup opportunities?
Yeah, if I recall, I think they both got in through
Yeah,
runoff.
that might be the case,
It was highly unusual circumstances. Anyway.
Hard to replicate, right?
Yes. Unlikely to happen again, and he is absolutely among the most vulnerable Democratic senators just by nature of Georgia being purple but still red-leaning. I think the real question is who would run against him. If Governor Brian Kemp jumps in and runs for Senate, Ossoff would have an awful tough time winning that seat. If it's somebody like Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene who's talking about running, I don't know about winning, it's going to be a competitive race. She's got a big following. If it's some more, you might say, conventional Republican, they still have a decent shot against him. So again, it's just kind of strange that he's going all in and calling for Trump's impeachment when even most Democratic House members aren't doing that. Even Hakeem Jeffries, the House Minority Leader, isn't going that far, at least not yet.
You mentioned Kemp. The governor's race in Georgia is going to be another race that folks are watching over the next year or so. And I've seen reports that Stacey Abrams is thinking about jumping into that race. Is the Democratic bench really that thin that they need a three-peat loser, Stacey Abrams?
Yeah, this seems like somebody who doesn't know how to take a hint. She did pretty well in her first run in 2018. It wasn't as close as she likes to make it out to be. She basically said she was cheated out of that race, and she still lost by like 1.5 points. It was still tens of thousands of votes. In 2022, she ran against Governor Kemp and lost by a much wider margin. Why she would think she would do better this time around, you don't even hear about her much in the chatter of candidates anymore. She's kind of fallen off. I'd be really surprised if she actually does run. She would basically become like a Beto O'Rourke in Texas, just a perpetual candidate. And he's actually talking about running for the Senate.
Oh, great.
That's a whole other discussion. But we would see, I think that would be a real gift to Republicans if Stacey Abrams ran again this time.
Well, David, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you.
You can get more reporting from David and the rest of the political team at washingtonexaminer.com.